Warriors fans, you won't believe this. In a shocking turn of events, Trayce Jackson-Davis might be on his way to a rival team. The young big man has been making a name for himself with his energy, defense, and rebounding, but now reports suggest Golden State could be moving him in a surprising trade. Why would the Warriors even consider this? Who is the rival team looking to land him? And how will this impact the team's championship hopes? This unexpected move could change everything for the Warriors' future. Stay tuned as we break down the latest news, trade rumors, and what this means for Golden State moving forward. You do not want to miss this update. Trayce Jackson-Davis has been one of the most promising young players on the Golden State Warriors, showing flashes of brilliance with his defensive presence, rebounding ability, and high-energy play. But in a shocking turn of events, it looks like he could be headed to a rival team. Warriors fans are stunned, and the entire NBA world is buzzing with speculation. How did this happen? Why would Golden State consider moving a young, talented big man who fits their system so well? And most importantly, what does this mean for the Warriors' future? From the moment Jackson-Davis stepped onto the court for the Warriors, it was clear he had the potential to be a difference maker. Despite being a second-round pick, he quickly proved that he belonged in the league. His ability to protect the rim, grab crucial rebounds, and finish strong around the basket made him a valuable piece in Golden State's rotation. Steve Kerr and the coaching staff praised his work ethic and impact, and fans saw him as a key part of the team's future. But now, with reports emerging that he could be on the move, everything has changed. Golden State has always been a team that values young talent, but they are also in win-now mode. With Steph Curry still playing at an elite level, the Warriors don't have the luxury of waiting for young players to develop at their own pace. Every roster move they make has to be about maximizing their championship window, and if they believe trading Jackson-Davis helps them compete for a title, they won't hesitate. But trading him to a rival? That's what has fans in shock. If Jackson-Davis does end up playing for a rival team, the impact could be massive. Not only would the Warriors be losing a promising young big man, but they could also be strengthening a direct competitor in the Western Conference. Depending on which team acquires him, this could come back to haunt Golden State in future matchups. Warriors fans have seen this before, letting go of young talent only to watch them thrive elsewhere. The fear is that Jackson-Davis could develop into a dominant force, and the Warriors might regret this decision. The question now is, what team is he going to? There are several possible destinations, and each one brings a different level of concern for Warriors fans. If he's traded to a powerhouse team like the Lakers, Clippers, or Suns, Golden State would have to face him multiple times a season, and he could become a major problem in the playoffs. If he ends up on a rising young team like the Thunder or the Kings, it could be even worse in the long run, as those teams continue to build for the future. But why would the Warriors even consider trading him in the first place? The answer likely comes down to roster construction and fit. Golden State has struggled with consistency this season, and their biggest weakness has been their frontcourt depth. While Jackson-Davis has shown promise, the team may feel that they need a more experienced big man who can provide immediate contributions in high-pressure moments. The Warriors have been linked to several trade rumors involving veteran bigs, and if moving Jackson-Davis helps them land a key piece for a championship push, they might be willing to take that risk. Of course, this isn't just about the present, it's also about the financial side of things. The Warriors are one of the most expensive teams in the league, with massive contracts on their books. Every move they make has to be carefully calculated to avoid unnecessary luxury tax penalties. If trading Jackson-Davis helps them free up cap space or make future moves easier, the front office might see it as a necessary decision. But fans aren't just looking at the numbers, they're thinking about the emotional side of the game. Jackson-Davis has quickly become a fan favorite, with his hustle and determination winning over the Bay Area crowd. Losing him wouldn't just be a roster adjustment, it would be a tough pill to swallow for a fanbase that has embraced his potential. The Warriors have built a culture of player development and loyalty, and trading a young player like Jackson-Davis goes against that identity. It's also important to consider how this move could affect team chemistry. The Warriors have already dealt with a lot of drama this season, from Draymond Green's suspensions to inconsistent performances from key players. Trading a young, hardworking player like Jackson Davis could send a message to the locker room that no one's spot is safe. While competition is a natural part of the NBA, sudden moves like this can sometimes create tension within a team. So what happens next? Right now, everything is speculation, but if reports are true and Jackson Davis is on the move, Warriors fans need to prepare for a major shakeup. The front office is clearly looking at ways to improve the team, and if they feel this trade puts them in a better position to contend, they will pull the trigger. The key is whether they get enough value in return to justify moving a player with so much potential. It's always a gamble when a team trades young talent, especially when that player hasn't even reached his full potential. Jackson Davis has already shown flashes of being a dominant presence in the paint, and if he continues to develop, he could be a nightmare for opposing teams. The Warriors have to be careful not to repeat past mistakes, like when they moved on from players like Jordan Poole and James Wiseman too quickly. Warriors fans will be watching closely to see how this situation unfolds. If Jackson Davis does end up playing for a rival, it will be one of the most unexpected moves of the season. But until an official announcement is made, there's still hope that the Warriors will hold on to him and continue developing him into a key piece for the future. One thing is certain: this is a defining moment for the Warriors. The decisions they make now will have long-term consequences, and every move needs to be carefully considered. The front office is under immense pressure to balance winning now with building for the future, and trading a young player like Trayce Jackson Davis to a rival could be a move that comes back to haunt them. If they decide to keep him, they must ensure he develops into the impactful big man they need. But if they trade him, they have to get enough value in return to justify moving on from such a promising young talent. Fans know that Golden State is in a unique situation. With veterans like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green still competing at a high level, the Warriors have to make win-now decisions. But at the same time, they can't afford to ignore the future. Moving Jackson Davis could bring in a key piece to help them push for a championship, but it could also strengthen a direct competitor. The front office must weigh every possibility, knowing that one wrong move could shift the team's trajectory for years to come. Fans can only hope the Warriors make the right call. So stay tuned, because this story is far from over. The NBA trade landscape is constantly changing, and as we've seen before, anything can happen. If the unexpected does happen and Jackson Davis is wearing a rival's jersey, it will be a moment that Warriors fans won't forget anytime soon.